Hello, this is Chad Chancellor, co-founder of Next Move Group, and I'm coming to you tonight excited, mad, frustrated, all in one. All in one. And it's over the Reshoring initiative that you all know we're so passionate about. So one of the reasons I'm excited is we're doing a Reshoring Jobs from China initiative for Forest City, Iowa. Forest City's got the world's largest Winnebago plant. It's been so successful there, they closed one down in Oregon and moved it to Forest City. And as you can imagine, they have to import things from China to go on those Winnebagos. And so we're doing a reshoring effort for them. We got all our hard work done, and now it's time to start marketing for them next week. So I'm excited about that. But I'm frustrated because I have not seen anything come along from Congress, from the president, anybody, to reshore the production from a holistic big level so that we don't get ourselves in this event again. So, I mean, I'm still worried about the coronavirus. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I mean. But I'm worried about 3 years from now, how do we keep this happening again? And everybody's just talked about reshoring and talked about reshoring. I hadn't seen any legislation whatsoever to reshore these goods. Folks, we need them now. We don't want this to happen again. I know the COVID-19's out of the bag. That cat's out of the bag. And I hope and pray I don't get it. But it's out there running wild. We can't do nothing about it. I'm worried about how we going to stop this 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And I'm not seeing anything come out of Washington, D.C. to change it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not looking at the right place. I wish to goodness y'all would tell me. What legislation have we passed to reshore our pharmaceuticals, to reshore our basic goods manufacture, to reshore our electronics manufacturing, all of that stuff? Have we done anything to bring it back? There's a few firms like ours that are out there fighting to do it. But have we done anything holistically to do this, or have we just talked about it? It's just they're so lackadaisical. I know it's politics and it's presidential year, but lackadaisical. We can't have, some of us can't have funerals for the whole family. They've now canceled college football. Lord, y'all know how much I love college football, folks. College football is part of our culture. It's not just a game. It is part of our culture, just like folks around the world have certain cultures. This is part of ours. It's part of it. You know, when I go to a football game, I tell people, football takes away all prejudice. One of the most happy events I've ever been at. The New Orleans Saints won a game against the Minnesota Vikings to go to the Super Bowl. And it was in the Superdome right here across from where I live. I'll never forget it. I'm telling you, the night we won that game was the most joyous. I must have hugged 1,000 people. It did not matter what color they were. It didn't matter what sex they were. It didn't matter what sexual orientation they were. Nothing mattered. It was joyous. That's what sports can do for you. It's joyous. So, I mean, you know, these boys have practiced and worked all their lives for this opportunity, and it's just taken from them because we don't have enough pharmaceuticals to get rid of this stuff or to protect ourselves. So I recognize that the COVID's here, and I don't guess there's nothing we can do about it. What are we doing to stop next year's COVID? What are we doing? Now we've all seen this can happen. What are we doing so if 3 years from now this happens, we have the pharmaceutical production here to deal with it? We can produce enough PPE. We got to reshore this stuff. And this lackadaisical attitude that the folks in Washington, D.C. have, I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm fed up with it. I was fed up long ago. I told y'all when I was a little kid, my dad worked at Sunbeam, and his jobs got sent to China when I was 10 years old, 9 years old, something like that. They got sent to China way back then. But the jobs, and I've always wanted the jobs. I put a rant out like this not long ago talking about that. But now it's a cultural thing. We're losing college football. Can't play college football. That is a cultural affair that we are losing, and I'm sick and fed up with it. So I'm to the point, I don't much care what we lose in 2020. But what I'm worried sick about, how are we going to protect ourselves if this comes along again? And the answer to that question, it's a simple answer. We must reshore the production of our goods so that we can protect ourselves if it happens again. That's the answer. I guess there's two answers. There's one, you figure out how to keep the disease off the shore. But the second thing is, if it comes here, you make sure that we have the production in this country. And people have talked about it. Y'all tell me what you have seen anybody do anything about it. We're trying to do something about it, and there's some other firms trying to do something about it from our consulting side, and I'm proud of us. But what are they doing in Washington, D.C.? Folks, I have no confidence whatsoever that if COVID-20 comes along, December the 31st of this year, a new strand, whatever, I have no confidence that we have reshored enough of our production to protect ourselves the next go round. I have no confidence in that. I have not seen tax incentives. You know, I hadn't seen it passed. I hadn't seen it. Maybe it's out there. I have not seen that. So I've just about had it, and now we're losing college football. All these things. And that's not just as simple as, well, we don't want them to play a game. Those boys, many of them have practiced all their lives. Some of them seniors. All their lives they practiced for this. And now that's just ripped away from them. And I'm not sitting here arguing whether that's right or wrong. What I'm sitting here telling you is we've got to see to it we don't ever get in this predicament again. We in a predicament now. We in it. What we got to do is see that we never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, it has to be unacceptable to get in this predicament again. And the only way we're going to stop that is to reshore our production. And I mean reshore pharmaceuticals, reshore protective equipment manufacturing. I even mean reshore football jerseys. Let's produce them here. Let's reshore the things. Anyway, but get back to why I'm excited. So in Forest City, Iowa, they've hired us to do a reshoring project. So basically what we did for them, we go in and see what all's coming there from China. And folks, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind if you do this for your town. You can see what's coming per truck to your town from China. You can watch it right through the port of entry, right to the plant in your town. I'm not talking stuff about Walmart. I'm talking about what your plants are using, their supply chains. You're going to be absolutely shocked by it. So what we do is look at that data, figure out what's coming from China, and then give them a marketing strategy to go recruit that production to Forest City, Iowa is what we're doing. And we don't care if that production comes from American companies or from whoever. We just want the production here. It's fine with us if it's an American company. It doesn't have to be a company from China. We want the production here. So that's what we're doing. We've done all our homework from Forest City. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to know those folks. It is a beautiful little town. Winnebago's there. They got a huge 3M distribution center. Show's way bigger than this. Show's way bigger than this. I have enjoyed it. And so we're going to get started on our work marketing for them next week. Get them some production there from China. Let's get it back here. Let's get it back here. So what I wanted to tell you is we've really got two ways we can help you. One, we can do what we're doing for Forest City, where we do all of this for you. We figure out what's coming to your area from China. We figure out what's coming to your region from China. And then we help you get a strategy to go recruit that production to your area so you can create jobs and we can reshore that production. So that's one of the things that we do. Or we can show you how to do it. So the truth is we're small staff. We can probably only help 4 towns like Forest City at a time. I'm being honest with you. I kind of wish I didn't have to say that, but I'm being honest with you. To do it justice, that's about all we can help at one time. Now, once we get Forest City running, then that might make room, for another one. So we can kind of be doing 4 at a time. So if you would like for us to get in there, figure out what's coming from China, do a whole analysis of your supply chain, and then go out and recruit companies to your area that can reshore this production. If you want us to do all that for you, we're happy to do it. But get up with us quickly because we just don't have much capacity to handle more than 3 or 4. But a second option that's much more cost effective is we have videos where we show you how to do all this for yourself as part of the movement. We show you how to do every bit of this I'm describing for yourself as part of that. So those are 2 very different options. Both will help you. So we're just as interested in teaching you how to do it as us do it ourselves, because that way we can scale it up. We want to help the whole country if we can. But if we can't, we're going to help the forest cities. We're going to help as many of those as we can, but get up with us quickly because we will run out of capacity when it comes to that. We have a webinar that you can go to see how we do all of this. So it's not just me talking. You can see how we run your supply chain. You can see how we see what's coming there, how we see what's coming through the ports, all of that. Then how we figure out what your industries are currently buying, where it's coming from. They're probably having trouble getting their goods from China. It's not just let's reshore these jobs. This can be an existing industry issue. They're probably having trouble getting containers from over there right now. But the one thing I know, the reason I'm conflicted because I'm excited about what we're doing up there with Forest City, but then I see the football's canceled. But what's really got me, what have we done to better our position if this comes along again. So I'm fine in 20. I've just about washed 2020 away. If we don't have football, Lord knows I want football. But if we don't have it, we don't have it, wash it away, whatever. But I want to figure out how do we prevent this from ever happening again. So as part of that, the one thing I know, we've got to reshore our production to the United States. And I used to just think it was for the jobs. I used to say, let's reshore the jobs. Now we're losing football. Our culture is under attack. So now I just say, let's reshore the production. That'll bring the jobs with it. Let's produce this stuff here. Let's do it now. Let's not be like days ago. Let's do it now. So watch this webinar. You can see just exactly how we can help you.